The 2025 electric car sales numbers just came out, and some of these results really surprised me. There's one car that's selling so well, it's just crushing everyone else. Another car disappeared from the top 10 and somehow made it back. And there's a truck that's beating cars that have been around for years. The electric car world is definitely changing fast, and you need to see these numbers. Starting at number 10, we have the Chevy Blazer EV, with just over 20,000 cars sold in the United States. The Blazer EV can go up to 334 miles on one charge, which is pretty good. There's an SS version with 615 horsepower and goes from 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. I was actually able to drive one of the mid-level tiers, and let me tell you the truth, on the highway it felt really slow, especially for an EV. The technology is GM's newest stuff, but it doesn't have Apple CarPlay, which kind of sucks because it starts around $46,000. But in my opinion, they're just better cars for the money. When I test drove it, I thought that the inside was really nice though, and it was built well. I just didn't really care for how it looks on the outside, but it does ride pretty smooth. I gotta give it that. At number 9, we have a truck with about 22,100 units sold. That's honestly unlike anything else on the road. And of course, I'm talking about the Tesla Cybertruck. It's pretty obvious that thing's definitely not the easiest thing to live with every day. But it's literally bulletproof. It's an absolute tech masterpiece. That gets as much attention as a Lamborghini. Although I gotta admit, not all the attention it gets is good. This thing's fast though. The top version goes 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, which is absolutely insane for a huge 4-wheel drive dumpster. The technology is crazy. It steers by wire, has a cover that opens and closes by itself, and can power your whole house for 3 days. You can go almost 360 miles on one charge. But here's the thing, people either love it or absolutely hate it, but mostly people hate it. And it starts at $72,000. I, on the other hand, absolutely love it. Life's too short for boring cars. Number 8 is the comeback story of 2025. With 22,125 units sold, the Volkswagen ID.4. This one is interesting because it wasn't in the top 10 earlier this year, but now it's back. And in my own humble opinion, it's ugly, it's slow, and honestly pretty damn boring. This car is the definition of average for me. It's not exciting, but it does get the job done. And if that's all you need, it can go up to 291 miles on one charge. It starts at around $41,000, so the price is pretty fair, but there's nothing that makes you go, wow, I need this car in my life. At least that's how I feel. At number 7, with 23,034 units sold, we have the Ford F-150 Lightning. This is the electric version of America's favorite truck. And it seems perfect for people who want a truck, but also want it to be electric. But it's the cheapest electric pickup that you can buy right now. This truck can go up to 320 miles on one charge, depending on which battery pack you get. The performance is actually pretty good. 580 horsepower in the big battery version, 0 to 60 miles an hour in 4 seconds. That's even faster than a Raptor, y'all. The tech is solid, and it can power your house when your power goes out. It starts at $52,000, which is expensive, but fair for what you get. The problem is, when you tow something, the range drops by 200 miles. At number 6, with 36,500 units sold, is the Honda Prologue. This is some of the best lease deals in all of America. I've seen leases for the Prologue for around $150 a month. Also, I love how it looks. But here's the thing, it shares the same platform and the same motors as the Chevy Blazer. So I haven't driven it yet, but I can infer that it's going to be slow. Although it can go up to 308 miles in one charge, which is pretty good. Power goes from 220 to 300 horsepower, depending on which one you're going to get. The Honda actually has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, unlike some of the other cars on the list. The technology in the car is definitely decent. It starts at around $49,000, but those lease deals make it really tempting at $150 a month. It's a good electric car, but is it really a Honda? Let me know in the comments. And at number 5, we have the Hyundai Ioniq 5 with 41,091 units sold. This thing looks absolutely cool in pictures, but not so much in real life. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And it already feels old compared to some newer electric cars, but it does have some awesome warranties. Also, it can go up to 318 miles on one charge, which is pretty good. The coolest thing is how fast it charges. This thing can charge from 10 to 80% in about 20 minutes, which is the best in the business. The technology is decent with two 12-inch screens, and it starts at around $44,200, which is a great price, especially with that 10-year warranty. There's an N version that gets 641 horsepower, and it goes from 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. But that one starts out at $66,000. Number 4, with 41,962 units sold, the Ford Mustang Mach-E. In my opinion, this is one of the most fun electric cars to drive. It handles great, it goes fast, and there's a rally version that's one of my favorite electric cars ever made. I got to drive it and it was so fun to drive. It looks awesome, and it's basically ready to race. The regular Mach-E styling keeps getting better, and it has a great suspension. It can go up to 280 miles on one charge, which is decent. The GT version has 480 horsepower and goes from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. The technology is solid with a huge vertical screen. It does have some sort of self-driving features, but it's limited to mapped out areas. It starts at $40,000, which is pretty fair, and in my opinion, it actually feels special to drive. At number 3, which totally surprised me, at 52,834 units sold, the Chevrolet Equinox EV. This is now America's best-selling non-Tesla electric car. I was able to drive this car briefly. It was actually slow for an electric car. It's also a little tight inside compared to other crossovers, but it rides really smooth. This can go up to 319 miles on one charge, which is excellent for the price, and we'll get to the price later. Power goes from 220 to 300 horsepower depending on which one you get. The front wheel drive that I drove was definitely slow, but the all-wheel drive one should be much better. The technology includes the latest touch, but unfortunately no Apple CarPlay. So what's the big selling point? Why is it number 3? Well, it starts at $35,000, y'all, making it one of the cheapest electric cars with good range. And that's why it's selling so well. And at number 2, with about 130,700 units sold, the Tesla Model 3. In my opinion, the best small electric car, and it keeps getting better. The new suspension is much better. It has the best technology in cars today, and everything about it has improved, from how it looks all the way to the air conditioning. Also, the new standard Model 3s are the cheapest Teslas ever. Can also get up to 363 miles in one charge, which is excellent. The Model 3 Performance is one of the craziest sports cars out there, doing 2.9 seconds from 0 to 60. The technology is still the best. Updates over the air, a huge touchscreen, also a new touchscreen in the back, and it can freaking drive itself. The standard rear-wheel drive model starts at $36,990, which is the cheapest Tesla ever. So these numbers aren't that surprising. 130,000 cars, y'all. That's more than double the third-place car. And at number 1, absolutely crushing everyone else, we have the king, baby, the Tesla Model Y. With about 232,000 cars sold, in my humble opinion, I really think this is the best car on the planet. Nothing comes close. From the awesome new styling to the awesome new suspension, everything has been improved. New air conditioning, new interior materials, everything new. Can go up to 357 miles in one charge. Performance is thrilling. Handling is exceptional. With the performance version going 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, y'all. The technology is definitely still the best, and the charging network is unmatched. The new standard rear-wheel drive model starts at $39,990, which is one of the best deals if you're financing the car, because it's up to $200 off per month for the next trim up. I'm in one right here, and I wouldn't trade this bad boy for any other car. It's really that good. Well, maybe for a performance model, but that's it. Hey guys, 232,000 cars. That's more than the next 4 cars combined. So there you have it, the best-selling electric cars of 2025 so far. And if you've been paying attention, you know exactly which brand is crushing the list. Tesla isn't just still the king with the Model Y and Model 3. They're playing a totally different league. Let's put this into perspective. Tesla sold 362,700 cars between just 2 models. That's more than the rest of the top 10 combined. The Model Y alone beat the next 4 best-selling electric cars put together. That's not just winning, y'all. That's total domination. So which EV on the list did you like the most? Let me know in the comments. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to AK Thoughts. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe.